Welcome back to the Big Sunday Show. If you think of some of President Biden's words make you shake your head now, listen to what he said about America when he was vice president.
So you figure out how to live together like we do. You will never, never, never make it. America's strength ultimately lies in its people. There's nothing special about being American. None of you can define for me what an American is. Can't define it based on religion, ethnicity, race, culture.
Yikes. So, Joe, you want to give the president a lifeline and explain to him what it means to be an American?
Yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Part 2, right? Lifeline, sure, not a problem. I just tell my 5- and 7-year-old every day, when I try to make them appreciate everything that they have, is that, look, you live in the greatest country in the world. And that's what it means to be an American, that you have freedoms and you have a life here where you can be whatever you want. I know that sounds cliche, but I tell my kids that every day, and I think they're starting to believe it, because my daughter just declared to me that she wants to be the first female president of the United States. Sorry, Kamala. And my son apparently wants to be an astronaut. But again, when Joe Biden makes statements like that, it's no wonder.
Those are great aspirations.
Yeah, amazing, right? I think it is, yeah. But it's why, you know, one more poll just to repeat from earlier. Rasmussen, fewer than 40% of likely voters believe Joe Biden is capable of carrying out the duties of the presidency. And it's because he makes statements like that. I get that was when he was vice president, but he just does not have a good command of the language and doesn't have the ability to persuade and give you confidence that he's in control of things. And that statement, I know it's from a while ago, that's one example.
Yeah, well, it certainly does suggest that he doesn't believe that there's anything exceptional about America. Lisa, the part of that comment was he was talking about how you can't define Americans by their race, gender, or religion. So why does his administration spend so much time talking about that?
Well, because it divides the country, and I really think today's political lefts are Marxist, and I don't think they believe in American exceptionalism, and they want to take this country down to then rebuild it in one that more reflects their values. And if you wanted to destroy a country from within, would you do anything differently than Joe Biden has done over the past few months, pitting Americans against each other with things like critical race theory, open borders, authoritarianism through things like vaccine passports, as well, wanting to tear down our history, tear down statues, get rid of books, ban certain speech. I mean, all of these actions are actions that really go against, are antithetical to what our country was founded upon. And I'm glad Joe is teaching his kids to love America. But unfortunately, we have an increasing number of Americans who look at the flag and think it's a racist symbol. And how survivable is a country, how sustainable is a country when you have a growing percentage of its population that believes that?
Yeah, exactly. You know, Aisha, polling right now shows that Joe Biden is a clear 35 points underwater when it comes to Afghanistan, foreign policy being the area of his supposed expertise. Do you foresee this as being a problem for other Democrats beyond just Joe Biden?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to point out, is this isn't just a President Biden optics situation, a problem right now. This is definitely a problem for the Democrats. Look, the House is heading back to the Hill this week. They were probably expecting to head back on a high. They were going to push forward on that in a bipartisan infrastructure bill. And now they're heading back into a nightmare committee hearings. And you better believe that they're getting phone calls and emails and letters from their constituents, Afghan families, American families, military families, wanting help trying to evacuate people on the ground. So it's not just a President Biden problem. It is a Democrat problem. So we'll have to see how they handle it when they come back to the Capitol.
Yeah, without a doubt, it certainly raises the stakes for the elections next year, as well as in 2024. So still.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.